Hi, everyone, welcome back to this channel on Narcissism. My hope is that what you learn here will help you cope better with the difficult people in your life. And let's get into it. We're going to talk about 10 things all narcissists have in common. Number 1, weather control, why narcissists dictate the thermostat. It is always freezing or boiling in any room they occupy. Why is that? Why do narcissists feel compelled to dictate the thermostat? They need to control every aspect of their environment. This includes the weather. If you are visiting a narcissist, be prepared to bundle up like you're going to Antarctica. Or if you're lucky enough to vacation with a narcissist, be prepared for sunburn. The narcissist will insist on being in the blazing sun, despite you saying, "I'm going to get burnt." Then when they burn, they'll say, "See, I told you." Narcissism is an ego-driven personality style. Their world revolves around them. So they set the temperature to suit themselves, whether it's freezing cold or scalding hot. In the rare event that they think of someone else, they may allow the air conditioner to be set at a slightly lower temperature in the summer months so that they don't break out in a sweat, because then they might have to use a napkin to dabble their forehead. And that would be humiliating. But unless you're related to them and perhaps have some value, like you're a golden child, you are never considered. You are not allowed to adjust the thermostat yourself. And if you turn the heat down a couple of degrees to be comfortable, the narcissistic person will immediately complain. Watch as they shimmy dramatically in their seat while complaining about the unbearable heat. Be prepared to hear comments like, "It's too hot. I can't take this heat. Why is it so hot?" Then they will announce loudly for everyone to hear, "Well, someone cranked the heat up again." The implication is that you have done this deliberately to torture them. Now, there's no point in explaining that you did nothing of the sort. Narcissists rarely accept responsibility. They blame others for their own discomfort. I would like to pause for just a moment to ask that if you're new here, please subscribe. A narcissist will experience discomfort over any temperature. They can't stand to be cold. They can't stand to be hot. Any temperature that is not precisely perfect will make them miserable. Have you ever tried to comfort a child who is experiencing something unpleasant for the first time? For example, when they fall and scrape their knee, the child is inconsolable until you fix the problem. This is not how an adult normally responds. Narcissists regress and behave like children when they don't get their way. And one way to stop the tantrum is to give in and turn the temperature up or down depending on the season. Another tactic they will employ is to wear multiple layers of clothing in a hot environment or very little clothing in a cold one. They expect others to cater to their whims, but don't think of doing the same for anyone else. The narcissist has zero empathy. They have absolutely no idea that someone else might be freezing or boiling while they themselves are perfectly comfortable. Just remember that they are incapable of putting themselves in another person's shoes. Number 2, the narcissist will set the thermostat higher or lower at night. When you're trying to sleep, you'll either be too hot or too cold. Some nights you will wake up drenched in sweat. Other nights you will wake up feeling icy. They will disrupt your sleep without realizing it or caring. Number 3, the narcissist won't buy extra blankets. If you're staying with a narcissist, you might suggest that an extra blanket be purchased so that you can stay warm. But after the narcissist has made their decision to buy or not to buy an extra blanket, there is no room for discussion. And it's unlikely that they will decide to buy one. Even if you are sleeping with their grandchild and the poor child is freezing, they won't purchase an extra blanket. Instead, the child will be told to huddle close to the narcissist. 4, the narcissist won't invest in good quality bedding. The narcissist hates spending money on anything that doesn't benefit them directly. So the low-quality bedding means that you will either freeze or sweat through the night. Number 5, in the winter months, the narcissist will insist on leaving windows open. If you are visiting for dinner and the weather is cold, the narcissist will leave the window open. While you're sitting there shivering, the narcissist will be comfortable because they are sitting close to the heater. As the evening progresses, you become colder and colder. And you'll finally mention the temperature. The narcissist will look surprised and say, "Oh, I didn't realize it was so cold. I'm sorry." There is no apology, though. You know that. But isn't it odd how some people are just hypersensitive to temperature changes? How they cannot tolerate even the slightest shift from their ideal temperature. Isn't it strange how some people seem to suffer greatly when they are too hot or too cold? Number 6, the narcissist will block drafts, preventing you from getting warm. Even in the depths of winter, the narcissist will insist on keeping doors and windows open. They will block curtains, which are designed to keep out the cold in winter and the heat in summer, with these barriers in place. The narcissist remains comfortable while you are faced with an Arctic blast that penetrates your bones. 7. If there's a fan in the room, the narcissist will ensure it is running. Whether it's winter or summer, the fan will be on full blast, blowing frigid air directly onto you as you sit there shivering. Number 8. The narcissist will claim that you are making it up. If you try to discuss the temperature with the narcissist, they will accuse you of making it up. The truth is that they are often very sensitive to temperature and they know that other people are ent. But they won't admit it because that would require empathy. 9. The narcissist will only consider the temperature once their needs are met. At a restaurant, the narcissist won't care if you are freezing while they enjoy their meal. They will only address the temperature after they are finished eating. The waiter will ask, "How is everything?" The narcissist will respond, "It's great, but could you turn the air conditioner down? I'm a bit chilly." The waiter will oblige. And when they have finished, they will push the chair back, leaving you still eating your meal in the now uncomfortably warm restaurant. And number 10, the narcissist will always find fault with the heating or cooling system. If you're staying with a narcissist, you'll likely hear complaints about the heating or cooling system. It's not working properly. The air conditioner is making a terrible noise. The radiators are leaking. But they are unlikely to call a repair person. The issue will continue for the duration of your stay. The narcissist won't want to spend the money required to fix the problem. But remember, you are dealing with a person who is trapped in a childlike body. They regress and behave like a spoiled child. Do you recall a time when you were too hot or too cold and couldn't focus on anything else? And do you remember how miserable you felt? Imagine feeling that way all the time. Imagine feeling that way every day for the duration of your relationship with this person. This is what the narcissist experiences. They are trapped in a prison of their own design. It's impossible for them to be comfortable. It's impossible for them to be happy. This is why they must dominate everyone around them. They must control the thermostat because if they don't, they will be overwhelmed by anxiety. Remember, the narcissist is extremely sensitive to changes in their environment. They are allergic to change and crave sameness. That's it for today. Thanks again.